What's up, guys? Happy Money Making Monday. I want you guys to go look at that song. You have to search Money Making Monday. It is so motivational for me. Plus, I love Candy Burris. She also does this song called Fly Above. I know I've shouted out to her many times, but I hope to meet Candy because I love her, even though I don't watch Real Housewives anymore. She was my favorite one when I did. So, shout out Candy. Um, yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. I had a great day. It was a nice Monday at work, not too bad. I really was looking forward to getting my plants back. I had to switch rooms the other day, so I had to load all of my stuff up in my car and then unload it again when I got a new room. It's a much better room, by the way. When I first moved in here, excuse the noise, I'm right by a busy highway, but it's usually only bad like this time of day. It calms down after rush hour. But anyway, bear with me. If the message is for you, you won't care where I am or what I'm doing or how I look when I give it. It's going to resonate with you, and you're going to be happy that you heard it, no matter what's going on or where I am. So anyway, when I first moved here, I booked a queen bed, but I ended up getting a room with 2 twins and then cabinets with no drawer, like a dresser with no drawers, and it was on the 3rd floor. It was really not what I was looking for, but I'm not a complainer, so I made the most of it. Pushed the beds together and kept it pushing. That was almost like a month and a half I did that, which was fine. It was fine. I appreciate it. I'm grateful to have the roof over my head, but I knew that things had calmed down here. There weren't as many people coming and going, so I knew that there had to be some rooms free. So I switched. I no longer have the carpet. All of my dressers have drawers. I have a wonderful recliner here. It's a much better room, so I'm glad I did it, even though I had to pack everything in my car and I looked truly, truly homeless, especially to the people that want me to be homeless. And it was the day that I went to court too, so I'm sure they rushed out to see my car packed full and probably took pictures of it. I don't give a crap. I was just changing rooms. But anyway, I took my plants to work so that they wouldn't be in the hot car, because my plants are my babies while I don't have my babies. So I brought them back to my room today, and I'm so happy because I feel complete again right now, at least for what is normal for right now. I feel complete with my plants around me because they're enormous. Like, I truly believe in talking to your plants. They are living things. They're beautiful. And I have boys, so these I have named girls. So I have girls. I know it's silly if you want it to be, but to me, it makes sense, and that's all that matters. So anyway, I hope everybody had a great day. Today, I want to talk about perseverance because I had received a comment on my post. You know who you are. I love you so much, about supporting me because I am showing strength and perseverance. Now, to be strong and to be courage can be short, to have courage can be short-lived, but perseverance is when you're in it to win it for the long haul. As I've said many times, I'm taking the long way around the road, less traveled, playing the long game. So perseverance is key. So you really have to dig deep when you're persevering. You have to be resilient. It's not something that comes easy. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, because I want to encourage everyone to dig deep, no matter what you're going through, no matter what mountain is in front of you to climb, no matter what trench that you're in, probably one that someone dug for you that they're going to fall in themselves, but let them find out the hard way. Let them. You keep focused and on your goals, and you persevere, okay? You have to have the will, or develop the will, right, to overcome. Dismiss any thoughts about giving up whatsoever. If you do have the negative thoughts, or you do think that you've hit a roadblock, or you're just so tired, You're so tired and worn down because persevering will wear on you. You have to dig deep and find that inspiration, that passion to keep going. So transmute it if you have anything that comes up that's negative. Like I talked about in my recent video, transmute it, flip it, turn it into something else. Get out there, dance, sing, move your body, paint, draw, do artwork, create. Being creative is huge for positivity. It feeds your soul. God loves it when we create. So everyone's creative in their own way. You don't have to be good at art. You don't have to be good at it at all. Just do it. Just do it. Just draw, color. Get you a coloring book and get some markers, whatever it is. Get some child. I can't talk. I'm so excited about artwork. I just bought some more to do the other day, and it doesn't have to be expensive. Very cheap. Get it from the Dollar Tree. But sidewalk chalk. I love sidewalk chalk. Me and Colin used to play with it all the time. It's so much fun. Yeah, so transmuting energy is fun. Even though it's not fun to have the negative energy that you need to transmute, do it when you're not trying to transmute negative energy, to get your vibes up. Vibe high so that nothing negative can touch you. Nothing is in your way, right? You don't have to be at a deficit to do it, but you want to be able to face adversity, no matter for how long you have to do it, no matter how big it may be. You want to stand in the face of adversity and say, not me, not today, Satan, not ever, because I'm here to stay. Get used to it. Not going anywhere. Tyranny will not gain a foothold. So think about David and Goliath. Doesn't matter how many people there are. It could be a whole army against just you. All you need is God. So laugh in the face of adversity and you keep it pushing. Steady persistence. Steady. Don't wear yourself out. You want to, you don't have to be gradual. Slow and steady wins the race. So you don't have to go hard every day, all day, and wear yourself out. You want to get rest. You want to rejuvenate. You have to pour back into your own cup. A lot of things that I like I would love to go get a pedicure, but I can't. That's not within my budget right now. So I still take very good care of myself. I take baths. I make sure that I think I look nice every day, even though I'm not all about my ego. I want to present myself as I take care of myself. I want to look like I do as well. And if you look good, you feel good, you're going to do good. So just buying a dollar toenail polish and taking care of my feet myself and making sure that my toes look nice. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't take a whole lot, but rest, get your sleep, eat well, eat good. Don't eat a lot of junk food. Drink your water. Make sure that you're putting back in where you might feel depleted, no matter where that be. Your looks, your sleep, your energy, your positive vibes, your rest. So make sure that you're putting back in while you're trying to be steady on this race. More than likely, if you're going through trials and tribulations, it's going to be long. It may be you're going through something like Job, and you have to be very, very patient, and you have to keep at it for a long time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So baby steps. Find your why. That's very important. I've talked about having your secret weapon, which mine is Colin. He's my secret weapon. He gives me strength. He gives me motivation. So does Caleb, but I haven't talked to him in a while. So you have to draw your strength and your motivation from your why. There may be many whys. Mine right now is getting my son back. I have a big why, and he's my why. He's my secret weapon. He's my why. He's my baby. He's everything to me in the 3D. So that's my focus. That's what keeps me going. I cannot stop because I don't ever want to let him see me stop or to think that he's not worth me keep going. And he's told me that before. Keep going, Mom. Don't stop. He doesn't want me to. So I never will. Even if he didn't say that to me, he's enough to keep me motivated to keep going. So the finish line is the ultimate goal. And then after that, I will make a new finish line. I will persevere towards something else. But the finish line will get crossed. This finish line will get crossed. And I'm very close to it. So stay tuned. My intuition screams at me, guys. Like, I know I've put in a lot of hard work for a very long time. And it doesn't matter how long I have to do it. I have blind faith in the Lord. And when you decide to do that, hold on. It's going to be a rough, bumpy ride, but it is worth it. So keep your eye on the prize at all times and don't give up. Don't ever give up. You don't need everything to start. I remember when my oldest son was younger and he used to have tons of hobbies. This is a sidebar, but that's what makes me think of it. I was listening to another message the other day about this lady who also makes motivational videos, was talking about how when she first stepped into her purpose, that her and her children were staying in an extended stay hotel. Well, I am in an extended stay hotel. And she said, well, I had a phone so I could record. I didn't have the fancy equipment that I do now, but I had to start somewhere, which I'm also doing. But it reminds me of my son because he wanted to be a DJ. He wanted to do magic. What other hobbies? He was very into karate. He almost made it to black belt. He wanted to be a tagger. But he always had to have all the equipment first before he learned the skills or jumped into it fully. He wanted to be fully outfitted with everything that he could possibly need before he got started. And I'm here to tell you that even though that related to my son's adolescent and, elementary years, it still is relevant. You don't have to have everything to get started. Just start somewhere and start taking steps towards your goals and persevere. It also doesn't have to be a trial and tribulation. It could be anything that you're trying to reach. Just do not give up on going for it. The duration is going to be God's timing. It's however long He says it needs to be. It's His plan. But you let Him know along the way that you need this or that. You tell your Father, our Father, everything that you need, and He will make sure that it is provided for you. God has a sense of humor too, so you never know how it's going to show up. But don't worry. Just pray about it, and He will give you what you need. He will show you the way via your intuition, and He will open the doors that need to be open when they need to be open. So trust in Him. Have the utmost faith, and just soldier on. Be a soldier in the army. That's the most important part. It's human. We are having a human experience, so it's very human to want to throw in the towel. That feeling is normal, right? We're not going to just be a Superman or He-Man. We might feel like we possess superpowers at sometimes because of the gifts that God gives us, but we are still having a human experience. So things like exhaustion, things like frustration, boredom, even in long trials, can come into play. But do not throw in the towel. Pick yourself up time and time again, and your passion for whatever that you want will carry you through. So I remember when I first got thrown into this situation of being locked out of my uncle's and not having anything but 2 changes of clothes and some toiletries. And we had some stuffed animals. I made, it seemed like 1,000 phone calls to try and get help, to try and call every shelter, to try and call every church, to try and use every resource that someone would send to me and fully check it out, to be confident that I had tried every angle and that I had also exhausted every effort to not say, well, I was just sitting in it and I wasn't doing anything about it, and to not cry, to put the energy that I would into feeling sorry for myself or being sad or mad into finding a way, because I knew that eventually, God, His rejection is our protection. So eventually I would find a way that would be the right path. So I just had to keep plugging away at it. And eventually, within, say, a month's time, I gained a full-time job that pays well. And step by step, even though I didn't have my son, I started to get on my feet. I started to go to thrift stores. I started to get a little comfortable wardrobe together. I have a few dress outfits for church, or not church. God, can't believe I said that. For court. That's a Freudian slip, because there's no way I'm going to church. But I am. There's too many Christians that don't like me right now. It's nothing against church if you want to go, but I'm sure that it would be a witch hunt if I even tried to step foot in there. They'd be throwing holy water at me left and right, because they think that I'm bad, which is hilarious, because I believe the same thing that they do. I just don't condemn others for being different in any way at all. I don't judge like that. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, these things will build confidence for future success. So it's going to be a wall. Every brick in the wall comes from trials and tribulations like this, or goals that you've set that you've had to persevere to reach. Set the example for others when you accomplish your goal. When I say be the light, I mean be the light for everybody. Be the light for yourself. Shine that light of God that He puts inside each and every one of us. We gather our strength from source. We have a divine power source inside of every single one of us. Use it for good. Use it for motivation. Use it for success. Use it to inspire others. And when you're in a funk, when you're having a bad day, use it to inspire yourself to get back up and keep going. That's the main thing, is no matter what, keep going. But you want to be the light for others too. When you're not going through something where you need to persevere, witness, be a witness, set the example, okay? Lean on your support system in times like this. Not everyone is going through like something that I'm going through, where you don't have a good support system. Now, I do have a support system. I have people that reach out to me. I have people that email me. Look in my description. I have my email address there. You can reach out to me. No haters, please. But if you do, I'm just going to keep it moving. I'm not going to waste any time or energy on that. But I do have people that reach out to me, that email me and tell me that I'm helping them, and that they look forward to the messages that I share. So I love that. Donations that I've received that I don't ask for is beautiful. That is something that people do. They let me know that I am being a light for them, and I want you to in turn do the same for others. But if you don't have that support system, if you don't have family and friends that you can go to for stuff like that, let God be your support system. He is all that you need. I promise you. Don't ever feel alone, because for one, you can reach out to me anytime you want, and I will build you up. And two, go to God for everything, in good times and bad. No matter what, who, or how, don't let anyone or anything deter you. Not gossip, not slander, not mudslinging, not being thrown out of your house, not being thrown out of your job because you're locked away from your supplies, or whatever may happen to your job. If people fire you, or you quit, you're just making room for something else. Those things were not for you, okay? You're making room for the new and the improved, onward and upward. That's the way you need to look at it. Yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way. And God will always make a way for you. I was looking up quotes today to go with my message, and never confuse a single defeat with the final defeat. And that's F. Scott Fitzgerald. And that is very important. It stood out to me because just because, like I've said, you might have to lose a few battles to win the war, but a lot of people will celebrate too early. Agents of the devil will celebrate too early, because they think just because you've stumbled and fallen, you've made a mistake, you've lost one battle in the war, that is the final defeat. But it's not. God has the final say. God is always the one that has the final say. And people forget that because they get used to living in their ego. They get used to being in that low negative vibration, and they think that they are God and that they're in control, but they're not. They are not. Divine intervention is often counted out, and I believe in miracles, so you should too. Your best revenge is success, so don't focus on them. Don't care what they're doing. Try as they may, like I've said before, let them wear themselves out. God has the final say. And I want to just add a note onto this message about anyone that might be going through any kind of custody battle like I am, or if CPS has been involved in your life. CPS is a very, very corrupt system. It doesn't take anything for someone anonymously to make a false complaint about you, and then you will be investigated. And a lot of these workers, they are on power trips. So where social work should be able to be trusted and looked at as something that we need to take care of society or children, when they've been put in a place of unchecked power, they are very much on a power trip, and they will create lies to just further their case, to have more to do, as if they don't have actual cases where kids are being abused. And in those cases, sometimes they're being sent back to the parent. And I'm not talking about my situation before all the haters jump onto, oh, she's further saying. I'm not saying anything about anybody specifically. I know for a fact from a psychologist friend of mine how often kids get sent back to abusive situations. And I know in my situation, because I know it's not the only one that it's happening to, that kids get taken away unnecessarily from parents as well. So it's a very unchecked, corrupt system. And I want everyone to know that you can always contact me for help, because it is very frustrating when you jump through all of their hoops and you comply with all of their requests and demands at times, that you go through all of the slander and things that are being said, knowing that it's not true, but still persevering and holding your head high and doing what you know you should do to keep on your path. It still isn't enough. It still isn't enough. They'll find another angle to take to still make you look bad, as in what I'm doing right now. I complied with everything that juvenile court said that I needed to do. I was had the petition that was full of lies and made me look like a horrible person dropped, and still in circuit court, that's not good enough. It's not good enough for them. They still want to find another way to pin instability on me. They still want to find another way, someone else that will say that I'm mentally unstable. Like, it's just, it doesn't matter how high my IQ is, they still want to find a way to pin something on me, because their narrative just has to be true. They can't have wasted all this time and energy for nothing. But God has the final say. But my main point here about other people going through this, and not just how easily it can happen to you, but your children pay so close attention to how you handle it. My mom went through the same thing, and she was, when it happened to her, on drugs and alcohol, which I am not, regardless of what anyone says. I'm as sober as I've ever been in my entire life, and I have been for years now. But it's not that way for everyone. Even if that did happen to you when you were on substances, you have to clean yourself up. You have to walk the straight and narrow. You have to put in the work for your child, because my mother didn't. She tried for a little bit. She didn't want the supervised visitation. She didn't want people to pick her apart and have to adhere to this or that. And, you know, I can understand where somebody might not want to, because, like I said, sometimes it doesn't matter what you do. It's never good enough. And they're still going to find another roadblock to throw at you. But keep going. Keep persevering, because your children are looking at that, and that will shape their lives. It very much did for me. I felt abandoned because my mom moved to Florida. She didn't jump through all of the hoops that I'm doing for my child. She didn't make me feel important and worth it and do whatever had to be done, no matter what had to be done. She didn't do that. And I grew up wanting my mom so bad, no matter what kind of bad things that I heard about her, no matter how far away from me that she was, I still never stopped wanting my mom and wondering what if and if I wasn't good enough. And I will never, ever, ever want my child to feel that way, no matter what they do to me or what they say about me or what they say to him about me, because he knows who I am. We have an incredible bond. But I know from being the child in a situation like this what is said to you and what happens, how they try to isolate you, how they try to villainize that parent, how they try to tell you, I was told all the time that I would be dead in a ditch if I was with her. I don't believe that that was true now. At the time, I was a kid. What did I know? All I knew is that she wasn't around, and not why, and not what they were really making her go through to try to be with me. All I knew was the people that were taking care of me and telling me that they loved me was telling me that I would be dead if I was with this person. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. You know, everything worked out the way that it was supposed to work out because my life has shaped me in a way that I have no regrets about. But if you are in this situation, fight like hell. Fight like hell to be in your child's life and set that example and show that love to them. Let them see you rise above with strength, bravery, and courage. Be there for them, even if you can't see them, even if you don't even have visitation. Keep going because they look to you and it shapes them. And I want my child to be proud of me and to know how much I loved and fought for him. I want your children to feel that same way about you. I know that you can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So never give up. Dig deep. You don't care about what they say about you. Don't even care about what they say to your face. You sit there, you let it go in one ear and out the other because you know who you are. You know what you're made of, and you have God on your side. So it doesn't matter. Don't give it any credence whatsoever. You keep doing you. You keep being awesome. You keep praying about everything, and you will come out on top. Just stick it out, okay? I love you guys. God loves you, and you're never alone. Bye.